Welcome back, everybody. Today we will be discussing the Trophy Room Jordan 1, also known as the Jordan 1 Freeze Out, one last time for one final update. The Jordan 1 Trophy Room Freeze Out is set to release on February 10th still, and there will only be 2 drops which we'll be going over. Retail will be $190, but retail obviously doesn't matter when it comes to these. Regarding stock, these are limited to 12,000 pairs, and they are numbered. However, we certainly are not going to be getting 12,000 pairs. In fact, we might not even be getting 12% of that. For those who did not see my last video, let me just quickly catch you up. Essentially, the vast majority of pairs were unfortunately backdoored. Unfortunately, the hypothesis that I made in the video ended up playing out, and that is Trophy Room will be doing a raffle. Why are they doing a raffle, you may ask, when such huge collabs as of recently have been doing first come first serve releases thanks to Shopify's unique strategies to limit incentives to bot, such as the new domain releases and even adding questions? Well, it's to cover their tracks. Of course, we'll never know how many people actually win that Trophy Room raffle, whether it be 2,000 people or 44 people. Unlike how it's relatively easy to know how high stock is if it were to be a first come first serve release, especially with how good it's been for manual users on these first come first serve releases. So yes, they ended up taking the route of using a raffle in order to cover their tracks. In my prior video, I also discussed how poorly executed this backdooring was as well. Although backdooring is a known part of the game, rarely do we see it this bad. Not even the Soulfly was on this level, which says a lie. Perhaps we'll eventually see justice served considering how much money was involved. Someone's either going to have to admit to this by putting it on their balance sheet, otherwise whoever was responsible is going to commit tax evasion. It happens all the time for many shop owners, but like I've been saying, the quantity and the magnitude of this scale is incomparable to what we've seen before, specifically because of how much each of these are going for. With that out of the way though, how can you actually cop these now? You can enter the Trophy Room raffle from 10 a.m. Eastern Time to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on February 10th to start. There's another drop that we'll be discussing in about a second. First, regarding this drop, normally I suggest trying to make multiple entries by jigging your info, but the sad truth is that this will most likely be a completely fruitless endeavor. Not only is the stock already extremely low, but whether it be 2,000 pairs or 35 pairs, but there are also numerous Shopify raffle form bots out already, so that's only going to limit your chances even more, of course. Trophy Room is literally making this release even easier to bot by doing a 1.5 hour raffle. Just put your one raffle entry in and pray that you're one of the lucky 35 winners. I think that the one good thing that derived from this raffle was the absolute comedy one could find in the replies. Let's take a gander at a couple of these gems. You sure there will be a raffle? Rumor has it there aren't many pairs left. Rumor has it your bitch ass backdoored 10k pair. He probably backdoored 95% stock. So basically the Travis Scott PlayStation release. All 3 pairs that haven't been backdoored. If I win the raffle, I will make it my priority to deep throw. Alright, that's a good place to stop. Anyway, now moving on to the next drop. Don't get your hopes up, it's not a whole lot better. Nike sneakers will be dropping these, yes. Oh, but don't think they actually have enough stock to do a full release. In fact, some of the sizes don't even have any stock loaded. Yes, literally 0 pairs on some of these common sizes. And there's only about 200 pairs loaded in total as of now. Maybe they'll add more when they do actually end up dropping, but that's what's on the end point right now. Anyway, Nike sneakers will be doing exclusive access for these at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on February 10th. Since there are so few pairs, we might not even see the usual Twitter accounts tweet out like Solinks and Sneaker Twitter, since the only way they do is when someone actually sends them a screenshot of their notification. So that's why I'm telling you now, make sure you check your app at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the 10th in case you do so happen to get lucky. The worst feeling would be somehow getting access and then checking your phone a few hours later only to realize they're out of stock. Now that would be the epitome of pain. For anyone new, you might be wondering how exclusive access works. It's completely random, but only if your account is active. So if you have more accounts and you keep them all active, then you have a higher chance of copying. That's pretty much all there is to it. No skill really involved. If anyone gets exclusive access, it's really only luck based or depending on how many active accounts they have. That's it for the How to Cop. It's sad that I had to make this updated How to Cop, but sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles, at least when money's involved. Anyway, that'll conclude it for today. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed, or you perhaps learned a thing or two. Subscribe and enable post notifications to stay 100% updated on all hyped releases. Also, feel free to check out the links in the description below for reliable, fast residential proxies and pre-verified Nike sneakers accounts. Last but not least, make sure to follow KeithAdam10 and Personals for You on Twitter, just so you guys stay 100% updated on all urgent info like I was discussing today. With that, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day.